Okay, well, I'm back. I'm here now at the Orleans Hotel. I'm in a small ballroom in the back. It's actually smaller than what I'm used to here. So there's a few fabric companies here. Most of them are wholesalers. Some of us are talking about Joann's possibly going out of business. I did speak to someone who actually knows Hetty. She's great. I will tell you the story in the entirety later on, but I just want to let you know I've made it here. I'm safe. It's not scary at all. Oh, I lost my purse. All right, so let me get busy and get back and start doing some more interviews. Okay, peace.
Hello, everyone. Well, if you hadn't seen that short, that's what I played earlier this week. Because actually, the beginning of last week, because that's what I did. I decided to take a stab at it and go to the Fabric Expo. Let me start all over again. I want to thank you for being here. It's pretty late at night. My head is a scramble. My name is Asar King, and I'm the owner of Thimble Shuttle. I want to thank everybody for coming back. Thank everybody for just tuning in. And that early video that you just seen was me at the National Fabric Expo. It is not a convention because it was pretty small. There was about 36 vendors there who came out that were able to sell their wares, sell their goods to mostly local fabric shops. Actually, there weren't a lot of local fabric shops. What I heard from one of the vendors, of course I was eavesdropping, and he was saying that most of the vendors were selling to each other because there was such a low turnout. We only have one fabric store here in town that sells fabric for dressmaking. We do have a number of quilt shops here in town that buy mostly cotton and maybe a few rayons they might buy, but mostly for quilting, not a lot of dressmaking fabric. So I want to just go ahead and give you the rundown on that. Let me see what I want to tell you about. So the news in the textile world is pretty much that there is something going on at Joann's. We really don't know. From what I heard from the vendors, that Joann's will definitely be doing a downsizing. They're closing some of their stores. That's what they know. What is it? The people that actually hosted the show, they are actually in the same, I think they said in the same neighborhood that where Joann's have their headquarters. So they've been hearing a lot of things from that area. A lot of things are shaking up over there. I believe because of their business, they'll have to do a Chapter 11 and liquidate and all that kind of stuff. But one of the vendors told me, I'm not gonna tell you who told me, must be a little bit of TV, that Joann's was not paying their bills to this particular vendor. Well, you're not saying that they weren't paying the bill, but they were paying the bill pretty late. And in this business, in the rag business, this is not totally the rag business, it's the beginning of the rag business. They give you a 30-day wait before you pay your bills. And you miss your first 30 days, they kind of look at you kind of like you're a piece of crap, okay? So it's pretty much what they're saying. They've not been paying their bills on time. Okay, so that same day, I heard it through the grapevine. Well, I heard it through Jen, someone before, through the grapevine, that Michaels has decided to start selling fabric. Well, Michaels have been selling fabric as pre-cuts. They have been selling fabric on boats, but there's nobody in the store really to cut the fabric, so you have to buy the whole boat. They did put up a press release this past Monday about their selling the fabric, but they're boats. They're not going to cut it for you. Anybody been to a Michaels? No, you have a hard enough time finding somebody to cut a mat for your pictures, let alone cut some fabric off a boat. So that's where that's at. Trying to see what else is going on out there in the world. So yeah, that's what so far I had. I did have some stuff from hand weaving. The Hand Weaving Guild, the Hand Weaving Guild of America. So if you're a weaver, the information there is that what's going on with them? They are looking for, and I don't know if it's still up yet. I don't know if it's still going on yet, but they are looking for what are they called? Entries. So if you have a small item that you've woven, they are looking for entries. And that's Hand Weaving Guild of America, HGA. In the quilting world, I don't have any information. I don't have any new information from the quilting world so far. But if you're a quilter who uses Joann's, and I know you're pretty and that's all that's in your area. I know when I lived in a rural town up in northern Nevada, that's all we had was Joann's and in Walmart. And at that time, the only thing that was decent at Walmart was the Waverly fabrics that actually came in pre-cuts. They came in quarters. They came in fat quarters. And that was the only thing that was decent to buy. So if you're in a small town, a rural town, it's going to be pretty sad. You're going to have to travel. I know when I lived, like I said, when I lived in the small town that I lived in, I was fortunate enough to be able to travel back and forth between Salt Lake City and Reno. And on my way into Reno was a great little fabric shop called Common Threads. Yes, I'm giving them a shout out because they're in a tiny town. So if you're outside of Reno and you want to see something a little bit different than you can find at Joann's or Michael's, or even your own quilt shops in town. I know how it can get boring going to the same quilt shop. So in Fernley, it's a little drive off, but there's Common Threads, and she's still there, and she is part of the Sierra Nevada Shop Hop. So if you, they're not having a shop hop right now, but I will definitely let you know next time they have a Sierra Shop Hop. And it's great. This is a way to get to know all the other fabric stores, all the other quilt shops. Okay, so what's new with me? The excursion to New Orleans. The expo was at the Orleans Hotel, and like I said, it was interesting. The travel there was interesting because here our major road that leads into Orleans Hotel has been shut down for like 3 or 4 months now. It's been quite a while. So you have to know the town to get to the Orleans. I went the normal way that we usually do. And the people at the show was kind of upset because if they flew in, you fly in straight from the airport, which is on the off ramp from the airport is Tropicana, and it was straight to the Orleans. But they had to do a little extra, and I hope those Uber rider drivers and those yellow taxi cab drivers were not trying to jerk out our people around, our vendors around. So if you know someone who's an Uber driver, or if you're going yourself, don't do that. Let's go to Flamingo. Stop acting up. All right, so let me just get a little bit about the expo. The vendors that were there were basically wholesale vendors. There were a few, and I will talk about this more because I'm not going to try to make this video too long. I'm going to break this up because some of the vendors I really, really want to get into. I want to really give you some more information about them because they do sell retail. And I want to really give them a spotlight because they have some really nice stuff. Beautiful, beautiful yardage. If you're into um, clothing, we have one. He has the most beautiful fabric, and we'll start right here. And I'm going to show you just a little brief highlight him right now. This is from Island Fabric. The rest of my pictures did not show up. I've known Alan for quite a while, and Alan he's in California, and I'm going to give you more information, but he used to come out to the Polynesian festivals here that we had in Las Vegas, and he came out for many, many years. He has the most exquisite, beautiful, I mean, there's not enough words to describe the type of fabric that Alan has. Matter of fact, I'm going to do a highlight on him because I have some of his fabric, and he's so generous. This man is just amazing. He's very generous. He sells retail. As you can see in the picture there, in the upper left-hand corner, I guess to you, the shirt that's there, he sells the most beautiful Hawaiian prints. Some of them are bark. He does sell that. He sells them now. He has them printed on upholstery fabric as well. Some polyester cottons. I got more. You can see he was towards the end of the show. He was packing up. He was ready to go. But the skirt that he has here, those pieces are beautiful. He does most of your Polynesian island motifs and designs. Alan is just amazing. And now he's doing zippers. I don't know why he's doing zippers, but I'm going to spotlight him. I've known him for quite a while. And like I said, he's a beautiful person. He has beautiful fabric. And I'll give you more information on Alan. He is located in California. So he's easy to get to if you're in Las Vegas. And he's just an easy to get along person. Okay. All right, how do I do this? Let's get back to it. Here I am. Okay. I'm still learning this, so please bear with me. Like I said, most of them are wholesale. Let's see. So there were a couple. There was a vendor that will sell a large lot, anywhere from, I think he said 10 to 15 yards of broadcloth, and it was something else that he sold. Broadcloth and something else that he said he will sell. But he will sell it to, that was Richland. Richland will sell small boats to groups 10 to 15 on a yard, and he has twill and broadcloth. So if your school makes uniforms, if you are in some kind of business that needs that much yardage, Richland, and I will leave these, everyone and everything that I have mentioned here, I will leave their name and phone number. And there's also a great story I'm going to tell you about the guys from Sally's Fabric. But Richland Fabric is in Kansas City, Missouri. So if you're in the Midwest and you have a private school or a organization that needs twill and broadcloth, they will sell it, like I said, in 15 to 10 yard boats, and they will be able to do that if you have a smaller business. Let me see who else. Who else was there? There was Oasis Fabric. They were there. I don't have pictures of them. I took pictures, like I said, and they're just not I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. But they're not processing. So I can show you what's going on. But Oasis Fabric was there. They do sell to one of the quilt shops here in town. They showed me some of the stuff that they had. But I'm going to give you their address as well. Because they sell wide back. So if you are a quilter, they have wide back. I believe they said they will sell to you retail. So I'll give you their email address or their email address. Some of these people are not mainstreamers or social media. Island Fabric is. He has If you've seen my, what is that thing I have? Instagram, I did hashtag him along with some other people because they are on social media. But Oasis not not on social media, but I will give you the address, and they have beautiful wide back. Oh my God, the wide back they have, and the wide back that they have is 100. Listen to this, 118 inches. Now that don't mean anything if you make clothing, but if you do drapery and stuff like that, and that's drapery and upholstery, and you need something that's a continuous width in your yardage, that is very interesting, and definitely if you are a quilter. So 118, that's really big. You can put that on that's a king size plus. That's a backing for a king size plus. So that is good to know about them. We did have some people that sold leather, and I'm going to tell you it would be Sweetbriar, and there was another guy, and he was in Canada, I believe. He was Canadian. Let me see. Triple Textiles. They were somebody else. Where's the Canadian guy? No, that's North Carolina. Okay, well, Sweetbriar Textiles, which is in North Carolina. They had, if you make things that require leather. So my friends up in Northern Nevada, if you need hides, Sweetbriar sells hides, and they will sell to you. Let me give you, like I said, they're in North Carolina, and they sell hides. And I will leave their email address here as well. They had some pretty nice hides. They were already dyed, so they weren't just stripped hides. They were already pre-dyed in purple. Oh my God, purple hide. Yes, and you cannot borrow my sewing machine and you sew your leather with. Buy your own machine. But they had some beautiful ones, and I believe it was Triple Textile. But this is not the same person, because this guy I was talking to, he was the one who was kind of talking out the side of his neck to me. But he was from Canada, and he had some. I don't know why I don't have his card. Maybe because he was so mean. He was. Yeah, I can understand. You come away from Canada, and you only have like one person you sold anything to. He had really nice tailoring fabric. I will try to find his name, because I know some of you people who listen might be a tailor, or you might want something tailored. But he had beautiful suiting fabric and leather. His leather was very nice too. Very nice leather. Sweetbriar also had suede. So it wasn't just leather, it was suede included. So that was really nice. There was another company that was so sweet. I'm going to put them with Sally's, because they're a nice long story, and they were from Texas, and they knew somebody that I knew from Texas. So that's a pretty cool story. So I'll save that for the next time I'm recording, because I'm going to try to keep this short, no longer than maybe 20 minutes for this one, because there's a lot to talk about. All right, so there was Sienna Lace, and I was really trying to get their picture up. I believe I will have their picture on Instagram. I'll put it on the Instagram because it was so lovely. If you were into lace, bridal, that kind of thing, I believe they still said they don't do retail. So there is one company in town. I mentioned her name before, but I'm not going to drop the bomb, because I really want to talk to her and do an interview with her if she would allow me to, because she is the only fabric store that's going to be left here in town, and I don't want y'all to just jump on her and innovate. Her store is a nice size store, but I don't want y'all to overload the poor lady. She is sweet. She took over from her mom, her business, and this has been going on quite a while. I moved here in 85 to Las Vegas in 85, and that store was here before I moved here. Not the same store, but they moved across the street to a bigger, better store. All right. The last one I want to talk about is Bellagio. Oh, no, that's not the last one I want to talk about. But I will talk about Leslie after this. Okay, so this guy here, who does sell, it's called Such a Deal. Ooh, how did that go? What's going on here? Okay. Can y'all see this? No, you can't see it. Okay. Wow. Such a Deal lace and trim. He was kind enough to give me his catalog. It is a sweet company because they still doing stuff on black and white on paper with little samples, just kind of like taped to the paper. They're so cute. And Leslie's such a sweet guy. He reminds me of the guys in the Schmatter business back home that worked in the trade, and he just reminds me so much of Delancey Street. I can't tell you how much I just love talking to him. And they all the way from, where are they from? Idaho. It was so funny because him and I have the same accent. I've met a lot of people who grew up in the trade, in the industry, and we all have the same accent. We speak the same language, and we knew all the same places back home that we were able to get our fabric and cloth from, our yardage, as we call it. But they were great too. They were great to me. Really was good, talking to them. I can't express. Oh, I'm gonna get some more light in here. Is that good? Okay, more light. I'm gonna get some more light here because it's already past midnight here, and it just seems to get. Ooh, is that too much light? All right. Hopefully that's enough light. All right. Okay, because I'm a dark child, so you're gonna have to see more. I need more light. How about that? I need more light. Okay. Oh no, I think that's a little too much. Is that too much light? Okay. That's all right. Y'all know I'm colorblind, so I got lighting issues here. All right. So, like I said, it was really wonderful talking to Leslie, but they do have a website where we can buy retail, and his website, I will mention it here, and I will put it inside the description, and it's laceandtrim.com, where his lace and trims are. You're not gonna find this nowhere. You're not gonna find this at Hobby Lobby. You're not gonna find his lace and trim anywhere else. I mean, it's just beautiful, because right now Hobby Lobby is the only place that has some really decent trim, but they have things like barrettes and hair clips, satin bows, and just the trim. It was like taking a walk back to Delancey Street. Beautiful embroidered lace, just the motifs, the things that you can put on your collars. You got to go see it. I can't show you enough what they have here. The collars, the trims, and I was telling them, it reminded me when my daughter was a baby. She's in her 40s, so she's never a baby. She never thought she was a baby. When she was younger, I used to put it on the edges of her clothing. So like I said, I can't stay too long because I have to get up very, very early for my breakfast. But last but not least, I want to talk about Bellagio. I'm going to give them their own spot as well as Island Fabrics. But Bellagio, if you are a maker and you've been using the cork fabric, that cork fabric, I have a piece. But when I do his spotlight, I'll bring the piece out. I have a piece of cork that I think I got it at Hobby Lobby. It was on sale, the 40%. What they're selling, in places like Hobby Lobby, some of the quilt shops, okay, ain't got a darn thing of what he's selling. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I will put it on the Instagram because it's not coming up here. It's not I can't seem to upload it or download it or load it up, whatever. But it is so unbelievable. He allowed me to take up close pictures He does sell retail. I'll give you the 411 on his business, but it's nothing. It's beyond what we have at the local bookstores and hobby shops and stuff. It's breathtaking. It's breathtaking. If I didn't want to push the man because I was, he never met me before. I seen him before at the shows years ago, and it's, you don't want to just push on somebody, but I really wanted to push and have him sell me the samples he had, because I don't want him to give them to me. I wanted to buy them, but I will go. I'm gonna get some money. I don't know where. I'm gonna sell. If I have to sell a kidney, that's crazy. I only have one working kidney, so I can't sell that one. But anybody want one that's not working, I will sell you that. But the cork that he is used, that they have out there, that's available, that we don't get to see. You might get to see it if you're in New York or California, but we don't get to see this. And his store is in the shop is in California. I would say shop. I don't know what to call it. The house is in California. We don't get to see this here. And I'm sure if you're in the Midwest, I don't even know if we see it in New York or Georgia. This is beautiful. So if you're into making bags and purses or things out of that cork fabric, honey, you ain't seen a damn thing yet. Okay, that's why this is not for children. Okay, so that's about it. I want to wrap it up. Like I said, I got to get up real early, like in a couple of hours. So I'm going to grab some sleep. If you're in the area, if you live here in Las Vegas, I've probably already texted you and let you know that we are sewing tomorrow at the Doula Center, the DULA, not Doolittle, Doula Center. We will get together in sewing. You don't have to be a senior citizen. You just need to have just need to be a member of the city of Las Vegas. You can get your membership card at the front desk. You have to bring your machine, because we're not supplying no machine. My machine broke on me last week. I got to use my backup grandbaby machine. I got to use my grandbaby's machine. That's a mess. All right. Anyway, that's it. I'm out. You have a good one. Peace. Hey, Ramadan Mubarak. Okay, everybody. Have a good one. And we'll see you next time. All right.